Hey, Cobra Ken here. It's been a long time since I've done a video, and I apologize. Life just gets in the way. I get busy working on the car, and I forget to make a video. So my daughter keeps saying, "Damn, when are you gonna make another video?" And I'm like, I will, and then I don't. But I'm gonna start doing better as my New Year's resolution for 2025. I'll start doing these videos once again. So there's so much to talk about, but right now I'm going to put this, and that is this ball joint dust cover boots. So that's the upper control arm, and then the lower control arm. As it attaches to the spindle. So here's a spindle, and these ball joints dust covers, as you can see, like the blue one here and then the black one right there, they're compromised. So this one, the lower control arm ball joint through there is, I apologize for the bad video, operator / builder error, as I overfilled it with grease, and as a result, let's see if I can get some light on this. So right there you can see grease seeping out. So I think that it's not seated correctly, or it just ripped. So I need to pull that off, and I need to inspect it. I actually have a new one. So here's the new one, which I will probably just go ahead and install. So I'm just gonna take that one off and just install this new one. Same for the upper. I've got, as you can see, got grease that is coming out of there. That's not supposed to be that way, and I can't live with that, knowing that it's that way. So I've got to take off the control arm here from the spindle and figure out why that boot is performing that way. I'm probably going to pull that one off and then replace it with this one here. So, which is the correct boot, and that is the K772 ball joint boot. So, for reference, I pulled, so this is the driver's side, okay? I've done the passenger side front, and interestingly enough, first of all, I installed these backwards. So the blue one, according to the pictures on the Factory 5 MK4 install book, that blue boot should actually be on the lower control arm, and that black one should be up here on the upper control arm. So I made the mistake of putting them on backwards, unfortunately. But I received, and this is like pretty much brand new. This car has yet to really be driven. I've taken it around the block as the go-kart stage that it's in. But if you take a look at this boot, and this one came off the passenger side, it's compromised. So, and that was pretty much that way from the get-go. So I don't know if this rubber, how old this boot is. Had it been sitting on the shelves for a while before it was sent to me as part of my inventory on the build. It also has a cuts right here. Sorry, getting grease all over. So it's been compromised right there as well. And so, but you can see where it bends right there. There's a sharp crease. So anyway, that was not going to hold up. It's not cut all the way through yet, but just within a short amount of time, I think that just would be, that cut would go all the way through, and then you'd have grease seeping out. So I took this one off, and it's been replaced on the other side. So I am going to do this side here. On the other side, I ended up taking the wheel off and working at it that way. I'm going to try and actually do this with the wheel on and see how that goes. If it's an issue, I'll go ahead and pull the wheel off. But I think I may have enough clearance here, enough room to work. There's no fender in the way. I've got a lot of access right here, and so yeah, I've got this pickle fork, and that is going to be used to help pull this off. And so this thing is awesome, and it'll help to pop off the control arm from the spindle. So without further ado, here we go. All right, so I had to pull the wheel off. I just couldn't. There wasn't enough room, especially to get to these capsule nut cotter pins there. I just needed to get in there, so that wheel came off. So here is, you can see how that lube, or the grease, is coming out of the boot right there, and I believe that is actually just a cut, a crack that opened up, a cut, or it's not sealed correctly. It's one of the above. But I'm going to just remove it, and so I'm about to go ahead and take this off here. See if I can drop that lower control arm. I've replaced this boot, and it looks like it's seated correctly. So this bottom one here is compromised. So let's see if we can get this lower control arm off the spindle and get that thing replaced. Stand by. Alright, so taking off the spindle. The lower control arm wasn't there. I used this pickle fork tool. I did have to open up this opening here with an angle grinder, the metal cutter on it, but to make this hole larger so it could actually fit right in here. These sold at Harbor Freight are like $10, but they're 3/4 inch, and the 3/4 inch just doesn't fit properly here. So I actually had to cut that larger so it could fit in there, and a lot of pressure was exerted on that. Using this tool, and I mean, when that thing gave, it popped loud. I thought I broke something, but nope. It's just loud, noisy. So what happened is, on this boot, if you recall, there was grease coming out of here. I thought that this might have been ripped, but this actually has a metal ring right around here that holds this boot in place, and somehow the boot got on the other side of the ring. So that's why grease was coming out. So I cleaned it up, I pulled that ring, I cleaned this up and reseated it, and it seems to be good here. Just trying to clean up some of this here. So I'll do a little more cleanup here, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, that's how it should look. I was gonna put this one on. It wasn't seating properly, so I went ahead and just worked with this one. It's in good condition. There's nothing wrong with this. So it just needed to be seated correctly. So now that it is, I'm gonna put this all back together. That's a lot of work for this little piece right here. Now I know why mechanics charge so much. Alright, so I have now finished reinstalling, I should say, the upper and lower control arms to the spindle. The tie rod, the steering tie rod is also back on. I did take that off just so I could have a little more working room. So all the castle nuts are on, they've been torqued, and cotter pins are in there, but most importantly is the boots are looking pretty good. So it's the new boots. So I'll put the wheel back on and clean everything up, and we'll be on our way to the next project.